She's taking care of herself, the helmet is on, then she takes a big leap, it falls off because she's vulnerable. Jinx could shoot her here, she might die, but no. Jinx protects her and puts the helmet back on her, indicating that she's safe. She tries to chase after her and the helmet falls off, giving a little foreshadowing that she's not going to be fully safe being around Jinx. So for example, next time it comes off is when she throws herself in between Jinx and Vi, and she's being very vulnerable here. She's not at all safe in this situation. And because of this act of closeness, we see that after the time skip in season 2 act 2, she doesn't have it basically at all around Jinx. In fact, it goes the complete opposite way. She has the bunny ears, which as we've seen indicates her emotional closeness with Jinx. She decorates her helmet, meaning the identity she wants to protect is Jinx. And of course, her helmet falls off when she gets hit by Vi. Thank you for the child abuse, by the way. Good to see that Jace isn't the only one. Speaking of which, didn't he murder another child in this act? What is he doing, man? And her helmet falls off when she's getting Jinx's gun right before her final big sacrifice. Roll that back. What do I mean by the identity she wants to protect is Jinx? So it's actually not just Jinx, the person herself, that she wants to protect, but what it represents to the entirety of Zaun. We see her throwing up the power symbol to the mural of Jinx. This one little shot here tells us everything we need to know about how her character has changed into idolizing Jinx ever since the time skip. She's wearing Jinx's colors, her leggings, she's covering her own face and thus her own identity, and she's holding up a power symbol indicating her reverence for revolution. In the montage, there's even literally a Jinx monkey right on top of her face. They're basically saying, hey, her identity is based on Jinx. She even goes out and acts like Jinx because it's not just Jinx that she loves what she represents. And that brings us to her death scene. Why does she do this? Well, there's 4 different ways to answer this question: psychologically, motivationally, writing, and her pattern. So when I was a kid, I used to argue with other kids who had different politics than my parents because I already thought I knew everything about the world that there was to know, and I was righteous. I thought everything I didn't know was evil. Isha is at that age. She still has that kind of all or nothing mentalities on these different ideologies. She can't see that, oh, Piltover people are hurt and the Zaun people are hurt. They're both hurt, but she's there and she's 100% into causes she doesn't fully understand. Just like Powder was when she wanted to help with the gang's escapades. She didn't really understand what the crime meant, but they both wanted to strike back at Piltover. Another pretty common fantasy amongst younger people is one of wanting to sacrifice themselves. I used to always have a fantasy about saving the school from a school shooter, and that was a fantasy that almost everybody around me also had when I talked to them about it. Isha is basically making that ultimate sacrifice here. This is the perfect opportunity to make my life, just a small kid from the Undercity, mean something. And so in that moment, she feels like sacrificing herself is the greatest good that she can do.